So this is actually the same day as part one of the video. We broke it up into two pieces. And I don't know what's going on here, but these two are having a good old time. We're supposed to be squatting, but sometimes things go a little sideways.
What a low gate tonight. Sounds like high gate.
What you're going to see most in this video is a lot of the girls lifting. Here, listen in on Spencer's story here.
Because some chump out there broke into my car and stole all my gear. Yeah, that's bullshit. So, they're trying. The ironic part is when Sarah woke me up and said that all my stuff was spread on the street. My belt, my knee sleeves, all this stuff I need to lift raw was on the street. It's like he only took my fucking gear and left. I mean, he took all my single ply stuffs in the gym bags, and my big metal multiply, it's a fucking like a sleeping bag, was laying on top. He actually, he consciously grabbed that and took it. That shit's in a dumpster somewhere, which pisses me off the most. I need raw work anyways, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
So here's Tara Getty doing some dynamic effort squats with a band. And Tara's got pretty good mobility through the hips, so she's able to get her knees out real well. There's Christianne. She's struggling a little bit, and throughout this video, we're going to kind of work on her form. She has trouble in a couple of different areas. One's keeping her back locked in, and two is just her staying tight. Jessica has some issues sometimes with her knees coming in. Just kind of the way that she's built, her knees kind of tend to come in on almost all her squats for pretty much since she's been here. So you'll see in this video we work on that as well. So now we got Christianne squatting a little better. Those of you that are new out there and you're trying to do these speed workouts, take the time to learn how to do the squats correctly, and if you need to, just dump a little weight off the bar. And you want to be fast and you want to be working on your form. And you want to get in good quality work. You see Tara's kind of messing around with her head there. Her head went up and down, and then the bar kind of went up and down. Your body's going to follow where your head is, So now we're starting to work with Jess on having her feet just a little bit more forward than they were before. See, they're not slammed straight forward, but we're working on having them just a little more forward. And it seemed to make a big difference on her there. Her knees were not coming in. This Austin Baumgarten, he's probably going with a little bit too heavy a chain there, and the weights are deloading too much, and he's got to pretty much just reverse them out of there rather than really sitting back on that box. Here's Robot with robotic mechanics. The Robot would probably benefit from doing some imperfect lifting. Things like good mornings, or things like a good morning squat combo, the Zercher harness, a Zercher squat, things that are basically going to set him forward and really throw him off a little bit. Would really help him a lot, help build up his back for those big squats. So you're working with her on keeping her feet a little bit more forward and forcing the knees out a little harder. And see, you can sometimes see improvements right there on the spot. And sometimes you also got to realize, hey, you know what? You're not going to learn how to box squat in one day. You're really not. It would take a lot for that to happen. You'd have to have good mobility, and you'd have to have good strength levels to be able to pick up a box squat that quickly. It's happened before, but it's very rare. See, there you go. You got Jessica going again. She's hammering out those speed squats pretty good. And again, Austin's gear is probably a little tight, so if he sits down on the box too long, he'll probably kind of get stuck. There's Robot doing a great job throwing those knees out, keeping the head up. But here's Tara. We're trying to get her to stabilize her head, keep her head more neutral, and you see a much better result. If you're working on people's form and you're trying to coach people and help them out, you should be able to see noticeable changes right there on the spot. However, in most cases, if somebody has too much weight on the bar, in fact, I've never seen it happen before. You're not going to yell knees out while someone's on their way down and just all of a sudden be like, all right, good idea, coach, and they're just going to throw their knees out. It's not going to happen that way. It's going to happen with a lighter weight. It's not going to happen until they really ingrained it into their head. If you're not sure what speed is, all you got to do is stand in place and jump in the air. That's speed. That's moving fast. You can't jump slow. A lot of people have a lot of confusion about how fast these lifts should be. And also, you know, we're training in groups, so you kind of just do what the guy did before you. However, you got to use your head because that could be disastrous after a while if you're training too slow for too long. But again, this is the third week of the safety bar for the guys, and they're just working up in weight a little bit. The robot squeezing out a good set. I think in some cases he almost stays too upright. I'd like to see him use his stomach and use his lower back a little bit more by just leaning forward slightly. That weight was just a little too much for him on that day. And that's pretty much it from supertraining.tv.